Ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders, today is Sunday, 8th of November 2020 and the time is 11:11 am. Welcome to our BBMA weekly analysis for the trading week of 9 to 13 of November 2020. Let's get started. Okay, as usual, we will start by reviewing our BBMA setup SOP. We're trading with 4 time frame, weekly, daily, H4 and H1. We use H4 for entry and exit. We trade with 1% risk per trade and 5 trades running at the same time. We trade all the US major pair and we use TradingView for automation. Let's see last week's performance. For last week, it was a US presidential election week, so we decided to cancel all the trade and we only have one trade which we enter instant, which is an USD JPY. This trade has been running for a very small profit and finally I closed it with the BE. So basically there's no growth, it's like 0.001%, something like that. So it's considered as 0%. Other pending order was missed before the US election and we closed all the trade right before the election happened. Alright, let's look at this week's trade setup. For that, we're going to go for TradingView. As usual, we look at the USD currency index. As you can see, the XY has dropped significantly last week, and that will make it become a re-entry buy setup for us. So on weekly, the XY is re-entry buy. On daily, we can see it's a CSM sell. There's still a long way to go up. On H4, however, we can see that it starts to close inside the Bollinger Band. This is a MHV buy setup for us, and on H1, it's also still a MHV buy setup. So, of course, for this one, we will go to H4 and wait for CSM buy to happen to confirm our buy setup. CSM buy. And we want to make sure it's above EMA 50. Okay, so this will be our first alert for the week. You can see here. Alright, so we're gonna close this window and we're gonna look for Euro USD. Starting from weekly time frame, price is currently at the MA 510 high. However, we can see it doesn't break the previous high, so this is a re-entry sell setup for us. On daily time frame, price went up but did not close above the top BB, so this is MHV sell. And on H4, price start to close inside the Bollinger Band, and this is a MHV sell. And also on H1, we can see that price also start to close inside the Bollinger Band. Both are MHV sell. So we're gonna create alert for Euro USD as well. CSM sell at H4 and make sure it close below EMA 50. Okay, so next pair, AUD USD. Starting at weekly, AUD USD went down and make a huge move up last week, so this will be a re-entry sell setup for us. On daily time frame, price closed above the top BB but closed back inside the top BB, so this is a MHV sell. And on H4, price is closing inside the top BB, so this is a MHV sell. So far we have not seen any CSM sell, so we just go ahead and create alert for CSM sell for our sell setup. Okay, next pair is USD JPY. USD JPY on weekly time frame, price closed strong bearish outside the Bollinger Band. This is a CSM sell, so for our BBMA setup SOP, we take this as a re-entry buy because Is this also a normal thing that if price close outside the Bollinger Band, it will come back and retest? So we look for buy, and on daily it's also a CSM sell. Okay, and H4 we want to see MHV. So currently price is starting to close inside the Bollinger Band, creating a MHV buy, and for that we're gonna wait for it to go up above the top BB and close there to make a CSM buy. So let's set alert. Oh, sorry, wrong. CSM buy H4 and make sure it's above EMA 50. Alright. Next pair is GBP USD. GBP USD on weekly time frame, price went up and closed at this MA 510 high. So this is a re-entry sell. We look at daily. Price close outside the Bollinger Band, CSM buy, and the next candle actually reject the top BB. So this is a MHV sell. H4, same thing. Price closing inside the Bollinger Band, CSM become a MHV sell. So what we want to do is we want to wait for this price to go down and close below the low BB and create CSM sell for us. CSM sell. Also make sure it's below EMA 50. Right, next pair, USD CAD. USD CAD. So USD CAD on a weekly time frame, price dropped significantly last week due to the election, and currently is at the re-entry buy setup. So on daily, price start to close inside the Bollinger Band. This is MHV buy, and on H4 it's the same thing. This CSM re-entry, but now price closing inside the Bollinger Band. So you want to wait for this guy to go up, close above here, making a CSM. Okay, so we create alert, CSM buy at H4, and make sure it's above the EMA 50 as well. Alright, next pair is USD CHF. Okay, for USD CHF on a weekly time frame, we can see price currently at the MA 510 low. Again, this is a re-entry buy setup. On daily, we can see price still making a CSM sell. On H4, however, price started to close inside the Bollinger Band, which is become a MHV buy. However, we want to wait for this candle to close above the top BB, and we're gonna take the pullback to continue to go up. So that's our classic BBMA setup SOP. So set alert, CSM buy at H4 and also above EMA 50, which is this one. Now last pair, NZD USD. NZD USD price went up, did not close above the top BB, but slightly lower than it. So this is still a re-entry sell setup for us. However, on daily we can see price close outside the Bollinger Band, so this is a CSM buy. On H4, however, price is closing inside the Bollinger Band, so to sell we need to wait for this one to close below the low BB, make a pullback. Can we take it with PO sell limit? Then it will continue to go down. So set alert, CSM sell, okay, at H4, and also make sure it's above EMA 50. Okay, so that's it. We have 8 pairs that we set alert for here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, and we don't have any instant entry for Monday. We just all sit and wait for the alert to happen, and from there we're gonna look at the chart to decide if you're gonna take the trade or not. So that's it for this week. Let me recap before we finish. DXY, we're waiting for buy, EU, AU, sell, UJ buy, GU, sell, UCAD, UCHF buy, and NU sell. So I wish you all the best for your trading week. Stay safe. The election might be end, but the market might still have a volatility, big volatility next week, because the result has not been really finalized yet. And then we just be cautious and trade safe till we meet you again next week. Bye bye.